Hey guys, Ashley Cheeks here. Today we're going to talk about the things that I did terribly wrong when I made my first business plan. Now this was about 10 years ago. The business plan was related to real estate and it was for my own purposes. But I was hoping to use it to go to a bank to get a loan. So I definitely had a strategy mindset and I was looking at all of the ways that I should build a business plan, and it was a really painfully excruciating effort. So one of the things that I did wrong was I had like 60 pages of research. Now, I'm not being dramatic about this. I still have that business plan and I look at it once in a while to remind myself of the struggle of trying to figure out a business plan from the internet and templates and softwares. Now, the problem with all that research is like 20% of it was even related to what it needed to be related to belong in the business plan to begin with. But on top of that, I wasted a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of energy trying to make it all make sense and make it cohesive and make it fit. And the reality is it was just extra. It just did not need to be in there, and it had nothing to do with my strategy or how I was going to make money. It was just kind of market statistics that went way too far into the weeds of what the market looked like and why it looked like that. Good knowledge for myself, but not necessarily important to put in a business plan, and there's a strong point of differentiation there. It's okay to educate yourself on the market and to make sure that you understand every corner and aspect, but do not put every single element of the market into your business plan. The business plan is a summary, a snapshot, an abbreviation, and it's not meant to be an encyclopedia of all things your market. Another thing that I did really wrong is the financials. So I don't know if you've ever seen the SBA template, but that was what I was using. Now the last page of that template had like a page of saying, okay, now do your balance sheet and your income statement and your cash flows. And that was the end of the business plan template. Like, it was just 3 bullets that said, oh, build your income statement, build your balance sheet. And I'm like, how? How do I do this? I've never done this before, and I was not the most financially savvy person at that point. And so I kind of skipped it. At first I started playing in templates and I thought, let me see if I can figure this thing out. That wasn't a good idea. Then I started playing in softwares and I'm like, well, I don't know what half of this means, but I'm going to just start plugging in numbers and see what I get with it. And at the end of the day, I ended up just skipping it altogether. Now that's not good either. Your business plan needs financials. And I bring this up because I have had people in the past say, well, the business isn't operational and it doesn't exist, so I don't need financials. And no, that's not the case. You need to make projections. You're not putting in financial statements that have happened. You're putting in your guess for what the business could do going forward. So don't ever think that projections and financials are optional, because they're not. They're an integral part, if not the most important part, of your entire business plan. Now, another way that I totally screwed up my first business plan was by basically not having a clear strategy for the business itself. So if you find yourself kind of wandering aimlessly through your business plan and just kind of putting a sentence here or a thought there, you're probably not being strategic about it, and that's probably related to your strategy with your business. So if you have a clear marketing strategy, it's easy to just dive into the marketing section. Or if you have a clear operational strategy, it's easy to dive into that. If you find yourself muddling along and kind of, not really doing anything in full in any one section or having clarity, then take a step back and challenge yourself to think about your business in a day-to-day perspective and a strategic perspective, and think about what it's going to look like and what you need to do to get it to that point. And once you have that clear in your mind, you'll find your business plan becomes a lot less messy, a lot less tangled, and is something that actually makes sense and is easy for you to finish.